Hey guys, welcome back to Yakuza 0. I'm the Comic Foil, and Majima is starved to death. If you remember from last time, I kind of stopped the episode rather suddenly here at the Dragon and Tiger, or is it the Tiger and Dragon? You said this place is a Chinese spot by day, yeah? Give me the house special, would you? Oh yeah, your customer for... You customer for that side of business too? You wait, I fix you a feast. Yeah, because most of the, Chinese descendant characters in this will speak broken Japanese, which this game, being translated into English, will translate into broken English. Which makes sense. That works for me. Majima, there's a favor I would ask of you. What now? I don't need to tell you not to spread word of their business, but I'd also ask that you keep vigil over them. Why's that? A happy couple in some kind of trouble? I cannot share the details now, but in time their shop may draw the ire of a terrible foe. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing to worry yourself over just yet. I ask only that you drop by when you think of it. Perhaps buy something. Send them on a search, that sort of thing. Yeah, alright. I'm headed into the wilderness to train. Don't go letting that edge of yours dull either. Cool. Alright, so back into the town. Oh, no, just immediately there's more stuff. Okay, What's that girl doing by herself? She lost? Okay, so we actually got some sub-stories with Majima now. Yeah, I had to play back to this point because of what happened last time, and it wouldn't let me, change the screen settings, and rather than recording it and fixing it in post, I decided to just play back through it in my own time. Create a new save there. There we go. But it was about the time that I wanted to end the episode anyway. So the only difference is that I didn't get the contact lens from helping the one person. I couldn't find that encounter, so my eyes are horribly unarmored. Hey kiddo, where's your mom? Are you lost? No, I'm not. No? Then what you standing around for all by yourself then, huh? No reason. What's with this kid? She's doing it right not talking to strangers, but it's dangerous here. Better send her packing. Listen, why don't you hightail it back to your mom instead of loafing around here? This ain't no place for kids. Okay? Off with you then, you little scamp. Kinda looked like she had something to say. Still, she ain't lost. And ought to make it home okay. Just hope there's no troublemakers lurking about. Are you going? Yeah, she's not going anywhere. Yeah, maybe I just need to, go away and come back to, refresh the stage. Okay, we got another, arcade with a Space Harrier. They got slightly different... No, they're the same kinds of toys in the Crane game. Ah, man, I hate Crane games. Have a good time. Oh, okay. I was just checking, making sure that wasn't, the start of another sub-story. Because, yeah, I'd like to do as many sub-stories as I can, even though I don't think I'm gonna 100% this. Uh-oh. Check it out. A little kid all by her lonesome. Eh? She ain't old enough to hustle. Keep your eyes peeled, would you? No, fool. Grab the kid. Shake down the parents. Easy come, easy go. Pretty smart. Could be some nice cash in that. Let's do it. Alright, Majima's a good enough guy to fight these dopes. Here we go. Got something real nice for you, little girl. Come over here. Don't wanna... Little fucking brat. You're coming one way or the other. No, leave me alone. See what I tell you. Who the hell are you? Her old man? Nobody special. Just looking out for a stranger. Stranger? Mind your own business. Don't go getting any ideas or we'll make sure you regret it. Next time you ought to take my advice and head straight home, kiddo. There's a dangerous town full of scumbags. Scumbags? Nobody calls me scum. I called you a bag of scum. And everybody comes running over to see. Alright, they got swords, so let's, yeah, let's definitely go slugger style here. Oh, I love how he does, like, he does, like, the nunchuck thing with it. Yeah. Oh, and I can pivot. I can pivot while I'm doing that move. Which is really useful, actually. Yeah, I like that move a lot. Oh, ow. I was really trying to not let that happen. Okay, because I think normally I wouldn't be able to block moves by a blade, but slugger style I can, because if you think about it, you're putting something between you and the blade. You can't very well use your arms to block a bladed weapon. That's going to hurt your arms. Though ideally, if you're, you know, fighting somebody with a knife, what you're actually doing is grabbing their knife arm or redirecting their knife hand. There are things you can do. Look, we're sorry. Yeah, you are sorry. Give me a break. Good for nothing, losers. Thanks, sir. Sir? I'm only 24, you know. Oh my god, I'm older than Majima. I'm like a lot older than Majima. Getting old sucks. Anyway, as I was saying, why don't you head on home? Okay. Something wrong? You and your mom fighting? No. Then what's up? The doll. Huh? The red chestnut the squirrel. Chestnut the squirrel? You mean that red squirrel prize in the UFO catcher? Yeah. You want that? Yeah. I'm sure your dad will buy you one if you ask nice. What? Don't have a dad. Oh. Sorry, Scamp. It's okay. I'm fine. Still, no point hanging around here. You can't get it yourself, can you? It's okay. I don't need it. But it's so cute. I just like to look at it. Yeah? You're a strange kid. Alright. I gotta get going. Okay. Sorry. Coughing. I'll cut that out. Got to know the doll girl. Yeah, interactions, friendships, etc. A red chestnut the squirrel doll, huh? Can't have her standing out here all day, so if I grab one, maybe I'll give it to her. Am I really gonna... I was just talking about how much I hate crane games. Okay. Where's that squirrel? I don't see a squirrel, I see Oppa. Oppa, I see the Sega Genesis is the... Oh, yeah, he's got like a red vest and a red hat. I wouldn't call him entirely red, but... Okay, alright. We'll give it a try. And stop. Yeah. Yeah, crane games are freaking impossible. Especially this one, there's only 2 claws instead of 3. Go for this background now, because I feel like it's going to be easier to grab when they're still standing up. Okay, okay, okay. Yes. Yes, yes. Ah, freaking crane games. Okay, you need to just, like, really, like, hook it. Okay, we got the tail. We got the tail. Yeah, stay on there. Alright, that wasn't so bad. We managed to get it in one, like, trio. Well, the really one is the Oppa Oppa from Fantasy Zone. I guess, like, now that I'm playing... Now that I'm doing, like, crane games anyway, I'm like, yeah, I might as well... Oh, wait, Outrun! Oh, I thought I was picking the crane game. I guess I'm playing Outrun. Oh, dear. Alright. Sir credit. B to accelerate. X to shift gear. A to brake. I'm not good at... There we go. Select music by steering.
Get ready.
Yeah, I never got the hang of games where you had to, like, actually, like, manually switch the gears. Also, these old racing games, like, freak me out when it's, like, 2D simulating 3D. Oh, boy. I haven't played a lot of Outrun. I'm sure I've played this, like, once or twice. But this was never, like, realistic car games never interest me. If I'm playing a racing game, it's like Mario Kart, you know? Or, like, even, like, Crash Team Racing. But, like, I'd like to try the Sega racing games, like, All-Stars Racing Transformed. I realize this is a, racing game, technically, but, oh my gosh! Oh, wow, that was brutal. I didn't realize Outrun featured drivers actually getting thrown from the car. Okay, shift into high gear. Oh dear. Oh my gosh. Where's the checkpoint? I only have 5 seconds left. Okay. Like, really? Was I nowhere close to the checkpoint? I didn't even have the checkpoint in sight. Yeah, okay, I'll just be AAA, because it's not like I'm actually, like, competing in this with anybody. Alright, so that's Outrun. Oh, somebody changed all the figurines in here while I was playing Outrun. Yeah, I decided I'm gonna try and get the Opa Opa. It's like gambling, since I... Oh, whoops. I don't know how to explain what I just did wrong there, but hey, maybe I'll get this Genesis Man. No. It's like gambling that, like, because I got a prize, now I, like, want to keep playing. The psychology at play here is dangerous. Opa Opa's shape, though, looks like it's going to be hard to pick him up. Opa Opa, if you didn't know, is from the game Fantasy Zone. And, I don't know, I just think it's a cute, dumb little thing. I think Opa Opa is playable in one of the, like, Sega racing games. I think Sega All-Stars Racing. I don't think it's in Transformed. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Alright, no. Not gonna waste my time on Opa Opas. I was thinking about, like, doing a skip ahead while I play the crane, but... No, let's give this girl her squirrel. Don't change, squirrel. What, you still staring at that chestnut, the squirrel doll? Huh? Oh, yeah, I am. I have one of those red chestnut squirrel dolls now. Maybe I ought to give it to her. Yeah, give it to her. Ah, fine. Here. You handed over the chestnut the squirrel. Wow! It's a red chestnut the squirrel! It's adorable! Yeah. Well, it ain't exactly my thing, so why don't you keep it? Really? Thanks, sir. I never got a present from anyone besides my mom before. Best day ever! That so? Well, glad you like it. Now will you get on home? Yeah. I'm gonna tell my mom all about it. Thanks, sir. Bye. For some reason, I didn't think Majima would be as much of a nice guy as Kiryu to, like, just help people on the street like this. Boy, the little scamp's a handful. But it feels kinda nice to make her day like that. I'm guessing that's, like, a prerequisite for something else later, like another sub-story or like hiring or something like that. You don't see me, you don't see me. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm not familiar with this town yet. Who just... Oh, no, that was a Mr. Shakedown who just tisked. I don't know if that guy's name is Mr. Shakedown, if he's related to Mr. Shakedown in Kamurocho. That might be like... That might be like Stealington Esquire or something. Okay, I'm not doing as good at fighting these guys. I'm like whipping a lot of moves, but oh my gosh, I got two of them at once. Okay, that was pretty good. Did I get clipped at all during that? I don't think I did. You get more damage if you don't get clipped. Yeah, I like how this town has the bridge. It like gives it kind of a geometric distinction from Kamurocho. Alright, so are we going... No, he wanted to get food. That was his whole thing. How do I get... I'm looking at the minimap. How do I get into that little area there? Alright, we'll fight these guys too. No big deal, no big deal. Whoop. Alright, that time I got clipped. Yeah, I think I like this style more than Thug style so far. I like something with good crowd control, and his like wide swings gives him some AoE. The fact that it can block blades better is just a nice bonus. Wonder if I can equip other weapons to use in Slugger style instead, though. But that's not what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to check my abilities here. I got 1,000,000 yen to spend. Let's Power Surge, increase the power of regular attacks and heat actions when using... Alright, and... Wow, 15 million to increase the power again. But let's also, yeah, get that maximum health boost. I'm actually glad that Kiryu and Majima have separate money, because otherwise I'd be tempted to give too much to one of them and not enough to the other. You know, like I'd pour all my money into one character and accidentally neglect the other, and then when they had to fight, I'd be like screwed over. Okay, stairs. There are stairs here. Right, because we used the back entrance of the Grand. Or is this where his apartment is? Yeah, this isn't the Grand. Hello?
Huh?
Odyssey no mon ya tte yutara kokoro atari aru yaro.
Odyssey? Nozomi no hikinuki nara Yamagata to hanashi wa tsuitoru de.
Sounds like Yamagata wasn't as happy with the deal as he said he was. Oh. Well, I want to talk to your manager. Or these other Yakuza who have a stake in Odyssey.
あんた、お客様は神様や言うて、客に土下座までするらしいやないか。夜の帝王かなんか知らんが、情けない話やで。そんなに金が欲しいか。客には通用しても、俺らに土下座は通用せんで。ま、試しにやってみてもええけどな。
Okay, I think I'm ready to fight these guys.
お前らの言う通りや。お客様は神様。
But you are not my customer.
うちの店に来た客になら土下座でもするし、靴でも舐めたるわ。せやけど、客やないなら話は別。まして、喧嘩売りに来たチンピラなんぞに、俺が優しいと思うな。
大層な口聞けんのも今のうちや。か
All right, let's go. Oh, where's your bat? Where's your bat? You're going no, there's the bat. Okay. It scared me. I thought I was gonna have to start in thug style, and all I wanted to do was start with, like, big sweeping attacks with the bat. Ow. Okay, so the problem with the baseball swing is that you're open for a while after you do it. Right? Yeah, so don't use that unless you know you're gonna have some breathing room afterwards.
強すぎる。なんなんやお前は。
お前ら仕返ししたかったら店に来いや。客としてなら土下座でも何でもしたるわ。好きにせえ。ただその後どうなるかは保証せんぞ。お客様は神様やからな。
Yeah, dang. I'm like thinking about like I want a D&D character based on him, like an NPC. I could see doing like a nightclub with like an NPC based on this guy. Of just like super powerful host who, you know, will bend over backwards for you, but also is like indestructible. Like you cannot land a punch on him. Ooh. Wow, yeah. Talk about minimalism here. You can tell Majima wasn't hoping... He wasn't planning to be here very long. You know, he's pretty much... Like, he hasn't unpacked anything. He doesn't have any belongings here. He just has the bare minimum. He's got a little bed mat, and he's got an ashtray to smoke. Oh, hello. Yeah, he's being watched. I guess same with that one guy who was pulling the cart. Okay. There being one on the boat. That got me. That got me good. Yep, and there's the cart puller guy. Yeah, I guess they want to take him somewhere. I wonder if that's Tachibana.
この町は牢獄や。俺が塀の外に出られんのはいつなんやろな。兄弟。
Oh! That was the end of chapter 3. Okay, that was a pretty short chapter. Made 3 million, worth 3 times a 800,000 yen dolphin woodblock print. A dolphin woodblock print? Okay. Climax battles items open. Alright, let's save there. Cool. Does this mean we're going back to Kiryu? Or wait, proof of resolve. Are we going to stay with Majima, or are we going to go back to Kiryu? 3 years ago in Kamurocho. Is that Majima with his hair down?
Oh, Yodai. Oh.
No, that's Majima. That's Majima with shorter hair.
持ってきたんやろな。ああ。まがいもんは一切なし。堂島組経由で仕入れた正真正銘の本物や。拳銃は全部で6丁。1丁につき6発撃てるとして36発は発射できる。36発か。相手は上野義治とその場にいる清和会の連中全員。こないなとこ呼び出して何のつもりなんすか、柴田はん。
単刀直入に言います。今日の上野義治の襲撃、真島さん行かないでください。
どうしてそれを。
あなたと冴島は今日出所直後の上野義治を都内のラーメン屋で襲う、そういう計画ですよね。実はあの計画ちょっ と問題がありましてね。予定を変更させてもらうことになりました。このまま襲撃に向かえば堂島組長いや島野さんにも迷惑をかけることになってしまいます。
兄弟はもう向かってねえや。じゃあ俺はどうしたらいいんじゃ。
真島さん、
あんたは俺に兄弟裏切れっちゅうんか。このまま見殺しにせっちゅうんか。
落ち着いて落ち着いて。
俺は行く。たとえどんな裏があっても構わへん。俺にとって冴島はたった一人の兄弟なんじゃ。
真島さん、でもそれじゃああなたの身も。
うるさい、関係ないわ。こっちはそないなもんとっくに捨てる払ってきたんじゃ。
そうですか。
But are you ready to run a very successful nightclub?
おい。
柴田。
Wow. Resorting to chains, that's pretty crazy. Okay, so I guess that's also why he's stuck running the Grand. Because he got mixed up in. I'm not entirely sure what it is he's getting mixed up in. It's just a lot. Shimano.
島野の親父。
極道にとって親の命令は絶対。お前やったらそんくらい分かっとると思っとったがな。
親父、兄弟は冴島はどうなったんですか。教えてください親父。
道を外した極道の行き着く先がこの穴蔵や。
親父。
安心せえ。別に殺しはせん。せやけどここにぶち込まれたやつはみんな殺してくれって泣いて頼むわ。なんでやろな。
親父、兄弟は教えてください親父。
Alright, seems like a nice guy. Japanese kingpin. So the broad strokes I'm getting is that his brother wanted to do something the Yakuza didn't like. He sided with his brother, even though he loves being a Yakuza, and they took his eye and they tortured him and made him run this nightclub until he made a certain amount of money. But then when he made that amount of money for them, they decided they wanted more money because he's just so gosh darn good at running this nightclub. Another shit night's sleep. Gotta get to work. Not much else I can do right now. And got that right. Okay. Yeah, trying to think how much more episode I want to do today. Maybe I'll take the opportunity to walk around town a little bit more. Yeah, wow, chapter 4. We are, I mean, that was a particularly short chapter, that chapter 3. So, I'm going to say this. Instead of going straight towards the objective, I'm going to take a roundabout way and maybe see if we can start... I don't think we have time for a whole nother sub-story, though. Maybe we can start a sub-story. Clear a path! Huh? Oh, wow. Hey, be careful. You can't barrel through a crowd like that. I'm so sorry. I'm in a hurry. It's fine. What's the big rush? I have to go to the convenience store. The one over there. You got real problems if you need to hit a convenience store that bad. Yes! I have to get some lip balm right away. Seriously? Yes, lip balm. I'm in a hurry, so I have to run. Bye. I mean, sometimes your lips are just that dry. Ugh.
Boy.
Hey, what's up? Are you in some sort of pain? Oh, yeah. My feet have been sore ever since this morning. Then why don't you slow down a bit and go easy on yourself? Because if I don't run, I won't make it in time. This is getting real cryptic. What do you mean? I'm sorry. I really have to get going. Bye. Must be a real emergency to be on that kind of tear for lip balm. Maybe his lips are like sandpaper or something. Yeah, so I guess... Yeah, I'm supposed to follow him to the convenience store. But no, I'm gonna keep walking this way. I'm not trying to get too deep into anything. I'm just, you know, rustling up some of the side quests for next time. Or maybe I'm just fighting people. Maybe I'm just fighting people. Maybe I'm just fighting one guy. Yeah, I was... You know what I was doing? I was pressing right bumper as if it was R1 on the PS4 controller, and I was playing God of War, because that's what I've been playing lately. I've been playing God of War PS4, God of War 2018, Dad of Boy. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, which is really interesting for mapping all of its attacks to shoulder pieces, but I like it. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm gonna be wrapping up a little bit early today because I have other stuff to do. I actually almost didn't record today. I almost let myself fall behind on Yakuza because I'm working really hard on Character Studies 6 right now, which is really slow going. It's gonna be probably my longest episode of Character Study yet. It's kind of really heady stuff, and like editing it has just been a really slow process. Which, oh, I started another sub-story. So yeah, let's see what's going on here. Huh? Get real, you leech. What's all this then? Screw your little sales tax. You want us to pay a tax every time we buy something? You bloodsuckers? You'll bleed the whole country dry. I understand. Your anger is justified. But it's a necessary evil for the sake of the nation's people. Get stuffed. You gotta pay sales tax on that fancy suit that you're wearing, you damn bureaucrat. This tax is only made to keep the common people down. Yeah, you vulture. That younger guy is sure taking some heat over some kind of tax issue. Guess it's my lucky day to run into a son-of-a-bitch bureaucrat trying to spring the sales tax on us. All alone into the back alley, no less. I don't like your tone, sir. I represent the voice of the general populace, and I'm here to tell you we're fucking pissed. Yeah, why don't we give you a little taste of public opinion? Then you'll know what oppression feels like. Please, calm down. Violence isn't the answer. Don't do this. Uh-oh. This pot's about to boil over. Well, I can't just leave a guy like this. Please, calm down. Shut it, asshole. Hey, fellas, let's tone it down. No sense ganging up on one guy. Have a little pride, huh? What? You don't know who this cockroach is, do you? It's the pencil-pushing dickwad that came up with the sales tax. He came up with the sales tax? You invented sales taxes? Sales tax? What, you don't watch the news? It's a new tax they're going to start charging next year. Every time you buy something, they're going to charge you 3% more as tax. Isn't that ridiculous? Is that something that was, like, instituted in Japan in 1988? Because, I mean, my whole life there's been a sales tax, but maybe this is, like, maybe this is supposed to be really, you know, in the era. Like, this is topical for the late 80s. What? That is some bullshit. This guy's the douchebag? That's highway robbery. Ah! Whoa. I about lost it for a second there. Yeah, people really don't like paying taxes. Listen, guys, I totally understand why it pissed you off, but beating this guy to a pulp isn't gonna make the sales tax go away, is it? Huh? Who gives a shit? The government needs to know what the people think of their shit policies in a way they'll understand. Direct action. Yeah. Power to the people. If you ain't part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Oh, wow, we're quoting an American president who's not president yet. You want to stick up for this mosquito? Then we'll show you the power of the masses, too. Well, okay, that quote didn't originally come from... He didn't say it exactly like that. Yeah. So what you're really after is blowing off steam? Sure. See how far that gets you with me. Prepare for the revolution, asshole. Yeah, insert long drawn-out discussion about socialism versus capitalism here. Even in, like, socialistic societies, though, like, nobody likes paying taxes, but countries need to charge taxes to run. That, governments need... Now, what the government is doing with your tax money, that's another question, but you can't just say, I don't want to pay taxes, I don't know, I think people are a little too resistant to taxes sometimes. I mean, they shouldn't be skyrocketing, and they should be equal to the people you have. That's too big of a discussion, and I'm not smart enough to have it. I'm sorry, I was out of line. It won't happen again. I do like the idea of them all mobbing a bureaucrat for coming up with taxes, though. Public outrage sure fizzles fast. Thank you for stepping in. Those people were out for blood. I like how even Majima was like, what, 3%? Which is, half of what I have to pay for sales taxes here in the state of Pennsylvania. I'm Taiyu Matsuzato. Taiyu as in the sun. If I may, can I buy you a drink as thanks? That's a good name. I'm Majima. No need for any thanks, though.
Yeah.
Oh no, I absolutely insist. Sounds like you got your work cut out for you, though. You some kind of political big shot? Well, I don't have much in the way of rank or power, but I am in a position to help steer the country. I came to Sotenbori for a conference on taxation policy, but I wasn't prepared to face the public about it. I'm guessing Sotenbori is this, like, section of Osaka, and that it, like Kamurocho, is also fictional, but based off of someplace real. That's what I'm guessing. You're driving a tank called the Gut. Sorry, need to drink water, oh my gosh. You're driving a tank called the government. Even if you're careful, people are gonna be pissed when you steamroll them. But you're trying to make this country a better place to live, right? You gotta take some pride in that. Do you think so? I knew people would be unhappy with the new tax, but only on a logical level. When I saw how emotional they got about it, well, it was daunting. Like, no country or city-state or anything has really existed without a tax, unless they were, like, we're talking about older places where there wasn't money at all, If they find out that the sales tax is only the tip of the iceberg and that there are more taxes on the way, I hate to think how the people will react. Taxes are basically a more modern version of, like, back when we were in tribes and everybody was expected to do their part to help the tribe. Taxes are a kind of easier way to do that because you can quantify it. You can quantify how much somebody's giving back to the collective. What? More taxes on top of the sales tax? Right. Nothing's set in stone yet, but we're considering many more effective ways of generating revenue streams. In fact, at tomorrow's conference, I have to give a talk on some of those proposals. That's so. Well, I guess with everyone making such good money these days, you can't fault the government for wanting to get their hands in the pie. Yes, but as you've seen firsthand, we have to consider public opinion. I wonder if I can really come up with a tax policy that everyone could live with. Tayo, you literally can't. Good luck with that. Even if they're throwing cash into the fireplace, nobody wants the government to hold out its hand. Yeah, that's where I'm stuck. I haven't found the right balance, and I'm a little lost at the moment. Well, I can't say I understand a lick of what you're trying to do, but take care of the country for us, alright? But wait! Majima-san, can you help me just once more? Huh? You got another mob weighing to string you up? Oh no, not that. I want to get your views on taxation. Oh my gosh. What? I know less than nothing on the subject of taxes. Honestly, me too. I can talk about it in my opinion, but my opinion isn't very educated. That's why you're perfect. You see, I just had this idea. Perhaps someone who is completely ignorant of taxation can offer an entirely different perspective. You think? Please, Majima-san. It's no exaggeration. The fate of this country rests on your shoulders. Will you please give me advice on taxation policy? Why not? Okay, you win. Let's talk about taxes. Thank you. Your insight will be invaluable. But this is hardly the place for it. Can we go somewhere more appropriate? Sure, lead the way. You'd have like an office building? Now you better keep in mind, I don't know the first thing about tax policy. Don't expect much from me. Guess we're not ending this episode as early as I thought we were ending it. No, that's exactly why I asked you. I know you'll have some unique insights, not bound by typical conventions. So you're basically hoping to strike gold in a copper mine. Well, let's just make sure you're not completely in the dark with the basic question. Sure. Majima-san, do you know why the government collects taxes from the people? To keep the people down, to provide public services, to collect on our debts. To provide public services. It's for providing public services, right? Ah, yes. That's exactly right. I'm sorry for asking such a basic question. I mean, that's the purpose of it. You can argue, you know, it is definitely possible for a government to increase taxes specifically for keeping certain people down, but, you know. Just as you said, Majima-san, taxes are collected mainly for providing public services. And that's when you get the difference between conservative and liberal. Fundamentally, the difference is that a liberal outlook on government is that there should be more government to provide more public services, where a conservative government would be smaller, collecting less taxes and giving out less public services. But anyway, education, medical care, the police, fire departments, and so much more are paid for by taxes. They pay for services that the people need to survive. Yeah, we gotta build roads and bridges and keep them in working order, right? But there's more to it than that. Exactly. They also serve other purposes as it pertains to general wealth. But we don't need to go into that much detail. Like I said, there's a whole lot I don't know. Oh, but aren't you interested in where your money goes? It's always good to know more about taxes. Yeah, I'm getting a proper schooling here. Okay, let's shift to the main theme. Majima-san, if you were in the position of collecting taxes from the people, what would you tax? Adult entertainment, tobacco, or Sato-san? Who is Sato-san? Is Sato the Prime Minister at the time? Was there a person named Sato I was supposed to remember? I would tax tobacco, because tobacco's gross and nobody should smoke it. Why not charge taxes on tobacco? Tobacco, you say? Interesting. Since the government monopoly on tobacco products ended 3 years ago, there actually has been a small tax on tobacco products. Yeah, I smoke myself, so I don't really want to pay a tax on them. But I suppose they're non-essential. And if you're gonna jack up taxes, it's the non-essential stuff that you start with. People might even be more likely to understand a tax on smokes, right? I see. A tobacco tax.
Yeah.
Well, you just said there already is a tobacco tax, but... Yeah, a pack's worth 200 yen now. People will bitch and moan, but I think they'll still fork over 300. I see. Interesting. Yet, I mean... Actually, I'm surprised Majima doesn't know more about taxes since he runs a nightclub that has a huge income. At the 400 yen mark, though, I think I'd have a long, hard think about each pack being worth it. Good, maybe it would inspire you to stop smoking. Smoking is bad for you. Not that I think people shouldn't have the freedom to do what they want, but I'm not into smoking. It's gross. Yes, I think at the point I'd consider cutting back on my... I think at that point I'd consider cutting back on my intake, too. What about a 500 yen? What about 500 yen a pack? I'd probably quit cold turkey. You'd quit at 500? But if we've raised it incrementally... Started muttering all of a sudden. What else do you think would have potential for taxation? I think something that's closely tied to everyday living would be the best potential. A tax tied to everyday living, huh? Pretty shrewd. Tax the air, tax pets, or tax gasoline. Ugh, that's rough. So, like, air obviously is just nonsensical. This isn't Urinetown where they can, like, tax bathroom use. I actually do pay extra rent for my dog. But there being a pet tax would just kind of make me sad and upset, but I don't want to spend more on gasoline either. But if I had to choose one thing to give up, my dog or my car, I would choose my car, so... How about jacking up the tax on gasoline? Ah, gasoline tax.
Yeah.
Why not? People with cars are obviously living it up here. Why not skim a little more off the top? The price of gas is dependent on the cost of petroleum, so people have experienced price hikes before. They should be used to price creep, actually. There's also a provisional tariff on gas tax. Yes, there's certainly room to raise taxes without too much notice.
What?
Hey, why all the muttering? You not feeling that one either? Oh no, far from it. I think it's a fantastic idea. I will definitely follow up on it. Oh, good to hear. Majima-san, anything else? Do you have anything else to say on the matter of taxation? Anything else about taxation,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Right. Well, I was thinking about the sales tax those goofballs were all riled up about. Yes? So next year, we gotta start paying 3% on top of everything we buy, right? Yes. That's how it works. Well, why stop at 3%? Sure, you can go in at that rate, but wouldn't you get more if you bumped it up? Yes, if you charged more, you would make more. That would be impossible! Majima-san, you saw what happened. Just a 3% tax caused so much outrage, people wanted to tear me apart. To charge more would probably end in open revolt. No, Tayo-chan, you ain't thinking. People are pissed because you sprang a new thing on them, and you had to turtle up. You gotta think about the long game. The long game? Familiarity's a scary thing, my friend. Sure, people are bitching and moaning about this shiny new tax, but once it becomes a regular part of life, they'll move on to the next thing to bitch and moan about. And that's when you start gradually turning the screws. Every time you hike it up a little, you'll get some more blubbering. But they won't be screaming bloody murder like the first time you introduce the tax. Wanna know why? It's the, boiling a frog paradox. If you drop a frog in boiling water, it hops out, but if you put a frog in water and slowly raise the heat, it stays put. Because they'll be used to getting screwed. If something they've already accepted gets a little worse, it's just the facts of life doing what they do. This is brutal, but definitely some solid insight into how Majima's brain works. And, he's not wrong. So if you want to pull in the cash, you gotta have a plan to really amp up that sales tax. Majima-san, I'm getting goosebumps. And I think you're terrifying, actually. Are you even on this earth? You really want to know? No, not really. Then, if the sales tax were to be raised, how high do you think it should go? How high should it go, huh? You're starting at 3%, right? Let me see here. I mean, I'd love to see his reaction for 50%. I don't know if I'm gonna, get less from him, though. We're here to experience things. Let's, see the crazy answer. Say around 50%. 50?! Isn't that a little outrageous? No doubt. Thinking about it makes my head spin, too. Something priced at 100 yen is gonna cost you 150 to buy. You could put the whole country's economy at a standstill. Well, even though 50% isn't reasonable, I think it is a good idea to raise the sales tax incrementally. Maybe if we went from the initial 3% up to 5%, waited a little longer, and then hiked it up to the proposed 8%, then eventually I feel like 8% would have been the, correct answer. Enough with the muttering under your breath, Tayo-chan. Oh, sorry. I was lost in my thoughts. Majima-san, I'm so glad I took the time to speak with you. You're a wealth of ideas. Yeah? Glad I was useful. Useful doesn't begin to describe it. Please, take this. It's just a token of my thanks. So would I have gotten something better if I answered everything right? Okay, I better get going. I need to get back to the hotel and prepare my presentation for the tax conference tomorrow. Attaboy. Do your country proud, you hear?
Hi.
Will do, Majima-san. I'll be sure to work in your advice. See you. I was expecting, like, a more radical response to 50%, but never figured I'd be in a position to give a guy in the business of running our country advice. Taya-chan seemed to get a handle on how to go about jacking up taxes, too. Good for him. Wait, jacking up taxes? Did I just... If taxes go up, is it my fault? Nah, no way. Yeah, I didn't expect so much economics talk in this episode, but that's just kind of the beauty of Yakuza, I think. So, okay. I see the one quest is over there, but we're going to go save and finish it for today, and I'm going to go back to editing my character study. So, I'm the Comic Foil, and thank you so much for joining. I see you there. Are you handing out tissues? I don't need your tissues right now. I'll catch you next time.